Good, good, good. We're going to continue like it never happened. Yeah. All right, everybody can see the screen?
Yes.
Good. I'm assuming that this is still recording. Yeah. So this is how you would proceed to teach synthetic phonics. Very basic. Here's a video that you can watch on synthetic phonics. How many are actually going to watch this video? If not, I will play it for you now. Do you want to watch it now? Okay. Now let's see if I have it. The thing of it is, it doesn't seem to be coming on. Okay. Synthetic phonics slideshow from, no, escape. Slideshow. From current slide. Let's see if it comes on. What are you guys viewing on your screen? Nothing now, right? All right, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to give you the, I'll write it in, the video site, because for some reason it's not opening the video. So, so we're going to show slide screen again. Okay, and we will continue. I don't know why that isn't working. Now, this is analytic phonics, and it's another traditional approach, and this is where it's whole to part. So students are given a list of common letter sounds, like the sound, and they're asked, look at those three words. How is one word different? What's different with one of the words? Ship, star, sock. Ship, right? Because that's actually a digraph. It's not a blend. So, and you deal with whole, and then you start showing differences about them, and you elicit common sounds. So, analytic phonics, studying words within the context of the whole word. The C is the sound heard at the beginning of cat, but I would find that confusing. I would find that very confusing. So I need to take a look at that because I couldn't work with that. The next one is linguistic phonics. This is where you actually use word families in predictable text. The cat sat on the mat. And so that you write little stories. The hat is on the mat. And so you can see what word family are they learning in that particular linguistic phonics instruction. At, right, I can hear you sound it out, Gina. I hear you sound it out. Okay. It's considered it, and this is one of the things you would see in linguistic phonics. I wish, wish, wish for a dish, said the fish, with a yam, 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 and a little bit of jam. And I want thin ham with that yam, said the fish. Linguistic phonics, working with word families. And here's a video. It's coming up, but why isn't it playing?
So that would be like your poetry center and like...
Well, it's not really poetry. It's using word families to get practice with. So in not learning equals am, they look at am and say am. They're not sounding it out individually. You don't have to use a poem to introduce it. Like I said, the cat sat on the mat. The hat was on the mat. they're using word families. Once again, this is, Flash embedded builders are no longer supported. Okay, so I have to give you the sites to these because apparently I didn't know that this was not being supported by my computer system at this time. But I will add those in so you guys can view them. How many are actually going to watch them? Yay! Okay. So, an analogy-based, you can just read a bit about that, but I really think the most three common are synthetic, analytic, and linguistic-based phonics. This is a possibility where phonics is taught in context. So, but when they're chunking out words, they're using the content of the story and the context around it to help them sound it out. So I don't know if I'd really consider it phonics, but Cunningham does. So I have a lot of respect for Patricia Cunningham. So it's in there. Then we have the spelling-based approach. I'm not going to let you even do anything with that because I make my students throw out spelling in the classroom and work with orthographic patterns, which they learn hundreds more words and they meet those words more often and it makes more sense. And of course, embedded phonics, once again, you're dealing with whole text. So here I've just made a chart of the most common ones that your Houghton Mifflin. Are you still using Houghton Mifflin basal readers in the district? You use Reading Wonders?
I don't have a basal. We don't use a basal.
You don't use basals? That's interesting. Okay, so these are some of the basals and the phonic systems that they use. So, English language learners, if they're from an alphabetic system of language, they're going to catch on more readily. If they come from a logographic system, like Chinese, Arabic, it's going to be much more difficult. So in that case, I like students to become literate in their first language because everything they learn about literacy in the first language transfers to the second language, and it's done much more quickly. You knew that, right? So, what is a vowel? You can read that. Once again, what is a vowel? Now let's go to syllabication. Syllables. What are syllables? A syllable? No, absolutely not. They're chunks or beats of a sound. So jump. How many syllables in jump? Jumping. Good. Help. Hello. Pencil. Clock. Table. Happy. School. One. So syllables are single speech sounds made up one vowel sound with or without more closely combined consonant sounds. So every time you speak a syllable, your mouth opens and closes, your jaw drops once because you're working with the vowel. Every syllable must have a vowel sound, not a single vowel sound. Big difference. Here are some generalizations about syllabication. I'm not going to go over that. You can use that. These are the patterns that you can see. Remember the LE, the consonant always goes with the LE. Here's our UR, R controlled, our ACE, short vowel sound because it's squished in between two consonants. Tiger, long I because it's an open vowel. And lion, once again, long vowel, short vowel, open and closed. Here are some patterns that you can examine that help you as a teacher so that you can help your students. The whole idea is to get information to help your students, correct?
Yes.
That's why we're here. So here are some strategies. One of the interesting is spot and dot the vowels. So look at this. How many syllables does this word have? Okay, and there it is. You spot the vowels. This word, jumping, and you can see that it was divided between two consonants. And you can go through this yourself just to see how you do. It's just some activities that you can have fun doing yourself. It takes a long time to do that, though, to create the PowerPoint. All right, so grade 4 and up, you're now wanting to deal with structural analysis. Structural analysis is morphology. That's where you have root words, affixes, prefix, suffix. And you can use color coding for this as well, working with your students, because it makes it easier. Like unbelievable. Believe, I believe you. Learn the meaning of un means not. Able means can. Unbelievable. Believe, I don't. It's not able for me to believe you. See how you can quickly help students use structural analysis to help them not only read words, but learn the meaning of words. And there are activities that you can use, word study notebook, compound, word cups, contraction search. All of these activities you can use to help students really in grade 4 and 5. Rapid word recognition. Fluency is important for comprehension. If they spend too much of their attention trying to figure out what words mean and how to pronounce words, by the time they get to the end, they've lost any sense of comprehensibility in the text. Compound words, these are what you can do for compound words. Contractions, activities you can do, and that takes us through that one. Any questions? You guys are being, oh, I have a chat, 4. Oh, thank you, Chad, Constantine. Correct? You've been using the chat box. Good for you. Because you're on the phone. Oh, no, not necessarily. All right, so let's see the next one. Let me find it on my desk first. I don't know if I can escape this when it's Microsoft Basics. It's supposed to be on here. Post attendee this, PowerPoint slideshow. What's this one? I have no idea what's coming up. It's not what you need. I've got to get out of this. There. But then you keep coming up. I keep seeing P00393997. You take up my whole screen.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm trying to, here, that may help me. I'm trying to delete this so that I can get the proper, here. Let's see. I can get to the PowerPoint. This will help me. All right, now I have the other one up. We can now go to share screen. This is inviting beginners into the literacy club. So these are, they have emergent literacy skills but they're still dodgy and need a lot of help in their reading. Everybody can see the screen inviting beginners into literacy? Good. All right. There's an article on Canvas that says building preschools, children's language and literacy, one storybook at a time. Read it because you can see how valuable picture books are in teaching reading skills. Big books. How many of you have used big books? Raise your hand. One. They're really, really popular. I have a bunch of big books that I carry to class with me every time. You can put them on a pedestal, or what's the word I'm looking for?
Easel. An easel.
You guys are so loud I can hardly hear you. But anyway, and then the children can sit around and they can be part of the big, exactly. They love big books. One of the things is that big books usually have repetitive patterns in the vocabulary so that they're using the words over and over again. They love the pictures, and a big book, that means everybody in the class can see it when they're being read to. I hate these little books where you're reading and you have to turn it and the kids are straining to see the pictures, so use big books. Now, one of the things that I like to have my teachers realize is that not everybody's ready to read at the same time. So one of the activities I do is I read them Leo, the Late Bloomer. I know I hooked that up. So, okay, now we're going to stop share and start share again. And Leo the Late Bloomer, here we go. Okay, how many know Leo the Late Bloomer? I can't see you anymore. For some reason, this does different things. Leo couldn't do anything right. He couldn't read. He couldn't write. He couldn't draw. He was a sloppy eater. And he never said a word. What's the matter with Leo? Asked Leo's father. Nothing, said Leo's mother. Leo was just a late bloomer. Better late than never, thought Leo's father. Every day, Leo's father watched him for signs of blooming. And every night, Leo's father watched him for signs of blooming. Are you sure Leo's a bloomer? Asked Leo's father. Patience, said Leo's mother. A watched bloomer doesn't bloom. So Leo's father watched television instead of Leo. The snows came. Leo's father wasn't watching, but Leo still wasn't blooming. The trees budded, and Leo's father wasn't watching, but Leo still wasn't blooming. Then one day, in his own good time, Leo bloomed. He could read, he could write, he could draw, he ate neatly. He also spoke, and it wasn't just a word, it was a whole sentence. And the sentence was, I made it. So, there's so many good, and if you read that to your class, then children don't have to feel like, well, I can't do what the other person does. So these are the sort of things I like to share with my students, to some of the books that are so good. Because a lot of students don't know, a lot of teachers don't know what good books are out there. Wrong one. Wrong one. Here we go. All right, so that was Leo. All right, why are children at different points of literacy development? Anybody know? It has a lot to do with socioeconomic status. It has a lot to do with exposure to books, exposure to words. Remember, this part of development usually begins prior to entering school. So what can teachers do to help Leo's bloom? Any idea? Think about it. So, 8 ways to read when you can't read. Don't you love it when a child can't read and he comes out, I read my book, I read my book. And picture books that have no words or a high picture text match, following along as a partner reads, following along with a tape book, following along with a talking word processor, reading from memory. How many children want to hear the same book over and over again, and then they say, I'm going to read it, and they read it. They've memorized the entire book. And of course, shared reading. So these are create literate focus units with big books. These are things you can do. Shared reading. I like to read corduroy. How many know corduroy?
I know corduroy.
Right, Anne-Marie. I love corduroy too, and I usually do that with my class. We go through and take turns reading corduroy because it can do, and I have the big book and I have small little books. So, but this is what you can do for shared reading. Position the books, the reading style, engage the audience, and then I don't have corduroy there, but how many would like me to post corduroy so you can read it if you want to? All right, so I need to write that. Post corduroy on module 2. I like to give you as many picture books as I can. So in day 2, this is what you would do. Day 3, day 4, day 5, and then independent practice. And then always, if you're doing reading, do writing. It goes hand in hand. They develop together. The more you read, the better the writer you are. The more you write, the better the reader you are. So you do both of them together. These are some independent activities. You can have them composing rhyme. I've always wanted to fly. I'd soar across the sky. I've always wanted, and let them finish it. Take small books home and read with parents, and then the parents can do an activity together. These are all independent activities that they can do. Activities that help students learn the relationship between speech and print. It takes a while, but all of a sudden students get it. The words that we say out of our mouth are those same words that are on the paper, that are at one time were just a bunch of symbols that meant nothing. So these are things that you can do. The language experience approach. Remember, if you remember from our first week, the different theories of reading. Bottom up is the phonics approach. Top down is the language experience approach, and it has a lot of advantages, but I would never do that without including lesson in phonics, because the National Reading Panel showed that phonics instruction, no matter what type you chose, what produced better results than no phonics instruction at all. So phonemic awareness findings, you can see the results of their meta-analysis. I think I just about tell you everything. So what's a phoneme? What's a phoneme? The smallest
meaningful unit of sound.
Right. So is a phoneme. Does sound useful? In the word bat, it certainly is, right? So how many phonemes in the first word? How many phonemes in the first word?
Would it be 3?
It is 3.
Each sound is useful.
How many in the second word?
Brain. 3.
Absolutely. And And the next word.
3.
Rain.
Well done. Rain. And the next word.
8.
No, me too.
2.
Perfect.
2.
8. The next word.
8. 2.
2. The next word.
Straight.
Straight. 3.
Now this is going to, remember your consonant blends?
Straight.
Each letter has its own sound.
Oh.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 phonemes. Caught you on one of them. The rest you did great. Okay, phonemes. How many in the first word?
In.
2.
Huh?
3.
Oh, 3.
The next one.
End. 3.
B,
Oh,
L,
4.
and 5.
Yikes.
You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
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 Speech.
4. 5.
Sp,
4.
4.
Hey.
E. There are 4. The double E gives us the long E sound. CH is one sound. Ch, ch. The next word.
9.
3.
3.
I. K is silent. IGH, one sound, and the T sound at the end. Very good. You're all learning phonics. So, phonemic awareness includes sound matching. Bell, boy, bat. What sound do these words begin with?
B.
A B.
Sound isolation.
Mhm.
Dog begins with the sound.
Duh.
Sound blending. Combined or blend these sounds. Map. Map. Breaking up. Up. Break up the word up into sounds. Right, individual sounds. Sound addition, adding or changing sounds. At the beginning or the middle, let's see. That is not a good example. I think I need to change that. Oh, there it is. Row, row, row your boat. Instead of the r sound in row, add the f sound. Fow your boat. Nonsense words. Nonsense words are great with phonemic awareness. Really great. Remember, it's the sound, manipulation of sounds. So I said there was a phonological awareness continuum. Rhyming and alliteration is the easiest. Sentence segment is the next. Syllables the next. Onset and rhyme the next. The hardest is phonemic awareness, manipulating individual sounds. All of this is phonological awareness. But phonemic awareness is just manipulating of sounds. When there's letters with it, it becomes phonics. So, phonemic awareness. Would somebody read that, please?
Children who are not phonemically aware are not able to segment words and syllables into phonemes.
Phonemes. Phonemes.
Phonemes.
Perfect.
Consequently, they do not develop the ability to decode single words accurately and fluently, an inability that is the distinguishing characteristic of persons with reading disabilities.
Excellent. Notice I am introducing you to the vernacular of the subject. I keep using orthographic pattern over and over. What does orthographic mean? Spelling.
Oh.
Orthographic patterns. Like would be IGH for I, high, light. Those are orthographic patterns, how they're spelled. But I'm doing this specifically because I want you to be comfortable with using this vernacular when talking with colleagues, administrators. I want you to show them that you know well.
Sorry.
All right, so here are some orthographic patterns by 3 kindergartens. And remember I said read the article, The Grocery Store?
Mm.
This will help you understand what's going on in Monica's spelling. If we go out, just come on for a little bit. Monica's, Tesha's, and Sam's spelling. You can see what's happening with each of them. And this is phonological processing. Say cat without the sound, without the t sound. Say cat without the t sound.
Okay.
Cat. Name objects, letters quickly. That's phonological recoding. Repeat sentences, words, or digits accurately. Phonological recoding and working memory. Key principles of effective reading. The most important thing, have fun with books. That's the most important thing. I have posted, have you had a chance to view the material that's on your Canvas? There's a lot of material there.
Yeah.
If you're ever having issues with you, don't understand, you're not sure, my job is to support you. I'm
Thank you.
available by email. I'm available by, I've given you my cell phone.
Yeah, I
You
know.
can text me, you can call me. I want to know what's going on with you so I can assist you. It's only a 3-week course. 1 week is gone.
Yeah.
This is the 2nd week. So if you're not sure what's going on, you better contact me. Because I won't take, I didn't understand as an excuse, especially when I make myself available to you 24 hours.
Yeah, I text you.
You did? Did I respond?
No, ma'am.
Really? Then I didn't get your text?
No.
What number did you use?
Hold on.
You still have the wrong number on the syllabus.
I had the wrong number on the syllabus. All of you change it. It's 305
Uh-oh, hold on.
305
I'm sorry. 305.
609
Uh-huh.
4031.
6094031. Okay.
And I will change that on the syllabus now so everybody has it. So now you can text me again or you can ask me right now.
Okay.
The reading profile portfolio is kind of broad. You didn't have any specific length that you wanted to see.
You mean the resource binder?
The portfolio, the binder, yes.
Yes. This is what meets your needs. There's a lot of information I've given you. I would categorize it, I think I told you, into phonics, phonemic awareness, so forth. But the material you put in there is yours. I would like to see it the last day, if you can sort of show it to me on Zoom meeting. But regardless of what you do, you're all getting 20 points because you're creating this for your needs, not my needs. So the length of it has nothing to do with me.
Okay, so basically those titles that you have on that assignment should be folders, should be like categories.
Yes, dividers. And
Alright.
you can add assessments to it. You can add articles to it. You can add activities to it. You can add whatever you think will help you in the classroom. You're not doing this for me. You're doing it for you. So the more you put into it that you think you need, the more resources you have. In fact, next week I'm going to go through and just put 20, 20, 20, 20 for everybody. Because you're doing this for you, right? Not me. Now,
No.
the other two,
When I had text you, I was trying to tell you I was having login problems into the whole my Bobcat scenario. But
can you get in now?
I'm in now, and I've been researching and gathering my
Good
info.
for you. Good for you. Anyone else with any issues?
Well, I know you changed the submission button for assignments, and you said moving forward we should be able to submit. Because I know I wanted to make sure I met the deadline for Sunday, and I inboxed you my assignment. So,
Well, I don't have that on mine. That's the problem. And I don't put any dates. So assignments should be open to you from the beginning of this course to the end of the course.
Also, okay, because I was under the impression, and I think you said in the last Zoom that the written assignment was due on Sunday, which was this past Sunday.
Yeah, but I think I changed that to this Sunday coming.
Oh,
Okay, well, I did it before, so.
I know. But if you want to go back and double check and make sure you're going to get a good grade on it, you can do that. But I'll grade the ones that I'm grading everything tomorrow morning.
So the
By the way, your discussions, you guys, most of you have done an excellent job on them. And I love your interaction with everybody.
I have a question. If you have a grade that you want to like bump up to that 10, what can we do to, make it a 10?
Did you get a grade?
I know I saw an 8 out of 10 on something.
Yes. I think that was because you answered none or one of your students, and you need to address a couple of more.
Oh, okay.
That's why you got an 8.
So if I answer another person, I'll be able to get that 10?
Yeah. Answer 2 more. A
All right,
minimum
cool.
of 2.
Okay, I can do
All
that.
right. I'm here to work with you.
Thanks.
So, just to be clear, discussions, you want 2 response to 2 classmates.
Right.
And then the assignments, there's no due date. We have up until February 4th.
I'm letting you, I would prefer your written assignment by this Sunday. I'm going to be out of commission come February the 1st. That's 4 days before this course ends, and somebody else is going to take over. So I would like to have your written assignments by January 28th so I can grade them.
Okay.
And I'll put that in a notice.
Assignment 1 and 3, correct?
Yes. If I don't know about assignment 3, I can't remember. If you need more time, you've got to the end. But if you can get it in, then somebody else is going to take over.
Okay.
Better, Dr. Cadeau, the ones that she's supposed to be online tonight. I don't see her. Dr. Cadeau, are you here? I don't see her. So, but she's the one that's taken over from me.
I have a question about assignment number 1.
Oh, go ahead, Chad.
The paper itself, where it talks about developmental perspectives, are we writing on all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 theories?
Read the question to me.
It says, reflect on what you've learned and how you understand the various theoretical models for reading and literacy development grew. So, and it says, write a 4 to 6 page paper summarizing the major development perspectives, the theory of cognitive development, maturation, theory of literacy, development, and psycholinguistic theory.
Yes, you're writing a short summary about each of them.
Okay. Is development 1 attached to any form of the theory? Is it a separate?
You can development. I've got to check that because I'm not quite understanding you. But the idea is I want you to use these theories and then bring in the model reading those theories might incorporate.
The model. Okay, so I'm assuming the theory of literacy development is actually what it is because it has a comma separating it. So I thought it was a separate thing.
Those are the theories of literacy development. That's the overall arching theme.
Okay, so it's 4 in total then.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Glad you asked, Chad, because you helped everybody else out. All right. Also, if you're asked to do an evaluation on the course, please do your evaluation. All right? All right. So I think we've done good for tonight. If you've got no questions, remember the Canvas has so much material for you. You can use it to help with your assignments. You can use it for your resource portfolio. And that's about it.
Last question. The discussion for this week is due by Sunday, correct?
By Friday, your initial posting. And then that leaves Saturday and Sunday to respond to 2 others.
Sounds good.
Good?
Yes.
Awesome. Listen, each of you that were here tonight, send me an email and say I was on Zoom, please.